Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have some really crazy news we're talking coming out of Team Liquid today. This is obviously, I'm recording this the night before the TSM TL series, but I'm not sure if I'm going to upload it the night before or the morning of. I'm trying to, get as many views as possible. I don't want to just upload this in the middle of the night where no one's going to see it or anything. So I think I'm going to be uploading it the morning before, the morning of the TL TSM series. So really crazy news coming out really last minute. I don't know how much kind of heads up TL have had about this. I don't know exactly how this is going to affect everything, but I do know it's going to have an absolutely massive impact on the Team Liquid and TSM series. Could potentially obviously be affecting who heads the MSI. This could have like a really big effect overall on the LCS and the North American League of Legends scene. Even though it is just kind of a short-term incident, still, who goes to MSI, who's able to get that international experience, who's able to get better, could affect Summer Split, could affect Summer Playoffs, could affect Worlds. This is a really big deal. Before we get into the story today, I just want to mention real quick, if you guys have not already, please take a second and smash that like button. It really helps me out the YouTube algorithm. That'd be awesome. That'd be dope. Also subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content if you guys have not already. Helps you guys out, helps me out as well. Run up those numbers. That'd be awesome. With that being said, let's get right into it. This is 10 minutes ago. This is like breaking news. I'm kind of right on top of this. Santorin tweeted this out, and the League of Legends, Twitter world is just kind of going crazy right now because nobody was expecting this. So he tweeted out this little message with his little cartoon guy here, which looks pretty cool. Make sure you guys can see this whole thing. Yeah, it says, super disappointing to say that I will not be starting tomorrow due to health reasons. I've been dealing with super intense migraine mixed with a lack of sleep since last Friday and haven't been able to leave my bed for the past 2 days. I'm hoping I'll feel good enough tomorrow to be able to play, but with my current condition, I can't confidently say I can represent the team in the way that is needed for me in the BO5. And I'm thankful Armeo is there to play on my behalf. It's frustrating to potentially miss out on such important games, but I'm doing everything I can to hopefully be ready to play second game onwards tomorrow. So, I didn't really even understand that fully at first. He says he won't be starting tomorrow, but he's saying that he could potentially be ready to go game 2. That would be interesting. Like, Team Liquid, say they come out in game 1 and get kind of stomped. Then is there going to be more pressure on Santorin? Is he going to be maybe ready to go? Say they win game 1 with Armeo. Are they just going to kind of ride it out? I mean, obviously, this is a thing where they have a big weekend ahead of them. Like, ideally for Team Liquid, they win Saturday and then they have to come back Sunday. But it sounds like Santorin is just in an absolutely really bad state. If he says he hasn't been able to leave his bed for the past 2 days, being Thursday and Friday, he probably hasn't been able to scrim much with the team. He obviously, I would assume, hasn't been playing much League of Legends. So is he going to be a little bit rusty? Is he going to be behind? Is maybe that kind of break good for a person sometimes? Obviously the mental and the health issues and everything isn't good, but yeah, sometimes maybe a little bit of a break refresher could be good. But yeah, overall this is really crazy, and it's got me thinking, yeah, what is going to happen tomorrow now? How are things going to change? Is Santorin going to miss 1 game, 2 games, the whole series, 3, 4, 5 games? If Team Liquid somehow finds a way to win, is he going to come back on Sunday? So many questions going on, and nobody really knows any of the answers or anything yet, but we can at least look back to the lock-in tournament. Obviously, Santorin was having some visa issues at the beginning of the season. They have played with Armeo before, so he is at least a tad bit familiar with the roster. These are the lock-in tournament games. I just did a Control F for Armeo. We see he played in 3 games for the team. I can highlight those real quick. He played in their very first game of the season against CLG. This was a win against CLG. Awesome. He also played against 100 Thieves. This was a loss for Team Liquid. And then he had a win against Golden Guardian. So overall, this season so far, this is just in the lock-in tournament, many months ago. Team Liquid was 2-1 so far with Armeo in the roster. But the teams they beat were CLG and Golden Guardians, and then they lost to 100 Thieves. So, they played 1 kind of good team in the LCS and lost, and they played 2 pretty bad teams in the LCS, and they won. So that doesn't really tell us too much about just how good Armeo is, or how well he fits in with this Team Liquid team, or how well they can do. And then obviously that was so long ago. It's a different meta. It's like almost entirely different players, teams, and everything. Armeo's obviously had a year in academy to kind of maybe get better and prepare a little bit, but still everyone else has been scrimming with their teams this whole time, and now Armeo's going to try and jump in at the last second. Also, obviously, he has a different kind of champion pool and play style than Santorin. How well is that going to fit in? And yeah, how well are TSM going to be able to exploit this, and how hard, are they going to try and pinch the jungle pool? Are they going to go super aggressive and put the pressure on it? Is Team Liquid going to have game plans ready to go to maybe cover up Armeo a little bit? Are they just going to try and play their normal style and trust that Armeo is ready to go and play that style? Because obviously he's not like a veteran really, but he's a guy we've seen in the LCS before. He's had a little bit of success in the LCS before. He's obviously really familiar with TSM, and yeah, it's just going to be really, really interesting. This adds so much more just kind of storylines and everything to this. So in the 3 games he played with them, his average score was 2, 1, and 7. I'm trying to find the KDA. Yeah, he had a 7 KDA. So obviously he had really, really good scores with Team Liquid. He played in Nidalee and Lilia. Nidalee not as much in the meta anymore. I mean, she's definitely still playable, but she's not as high presence. Lilia, obviously, still really, really high priority. So he at least plays the meta junglers and at least has experience playing the meta junglers and stuff. But I mean, yeah, there's just so many people tweeting out to this right now. Captain Flowers reaching out and saying having to sit out because of things that are out of control is the worst feeling. Get better, get well soon. Tons of people reaching out to him. Definitely, obviously, hoping the best for Santorin. Hoping he's all right because, like, yes, as a TSM fan, I want to see TSM win. I want to see TSM beat Team Liquid. I want to see him move on to the finals. I want TSM to head to MSI, but not like this. You don't want to ever see your team win against backups, or because somebody's struggling with health issues, or because somebody's sick, or whatever is exactly going on with Santorin. But also, I'm an LCS fan at the end of the day. I'm a League of Legends fan, and I want to see the highest level of play. I want to see the best team head to MSI. If that's Team Liquid, if it's TSM, if it's Cloud9, whoever, I want to see our best team, our best shot at doing well internationally, and the team that kind of earned it and worked the whole season to get better and prepare for this moment, go on and win a title and to get all the fanfare and the joy, but also receive that trip to MSI. And this sucks. That it's happening at literally the worst time for him. It's happening before the biggest stage, before the biggest match, with TL having their backs up against the wall, needing to pull out 2 huge series against 2 pretty good teams in TSM and Cloud9. And Spica and Blabber are 2 of the better junglers in the league as well, which would obviously be a tall task for Santorin, an opportunity for him to step up, prove himself, show kind of the big stages and the big audiences what they've got. But then also, it leaves Armeo in a worse position where he is obviously going to be going up against 2 pretty good junglers in Spica and Blabber, and especially if Team Liquid finds a way to win and Armeo has to play against Cloud9, like that's, kind of what Blabber's hoping for. That's kind of exactly what Cloud9 would want. So this is really, really scary. Obviously, first and foremost, again, we do hope that Santorin is okay. Obviously, it seems like he's dealing with some bad stuff, super intense migraines, not being able to sleep, not being able to leave the bed. We do believe he'll get through this. Obviously, it just seems like kind of a weird thing going on. But he seems like he's at least getting better to some extent. It seems like he's optimistic. If he's going to try his best to play in game 2 of this series, then, things maybe seem to at least be trending in the right direction. But man, this throws a huge curveball into the LCS playoffs. What was already going to be a crazy, exciting, can't miss kind of weekend, now is definitely more interesting. Is definitely a little bit crazier, and yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Is Santorin gonna play? Will we see him in multiple games? Maybe he plays and doesn't play well, or feels like shit or whatever, and gets subbed back out. I don't exactly know what is gonna happen. Hopefully he's not sick. Hopefully he doesn't have anything worse going on. Hopefully it's all under control. But yeah, what we do know is that Armeo is gonna be starting in game 1. We're gonna see what Team Liquid looks like, see how they do against TSM, and then some tough decisions are gonna have to be made from there. Whether or not Santorin wants to give himself the okay to even go in and play, and Team Liquid, if they feel comfortable playing with him, because again, I'm sure Armeo's been scrimming the last couple of days. I don't know how good or poorly those scrims have been going. I don't know how confident they feel with him, or how the team feels with him. If they're like begging Santorin to get back in there, if they're like, if you're not at 100%, Armeo might be better, or maybe Santorin at 50% or 75% or 80% or whatever. Maybe they feel more comfortable with him than Armeo. I don't know. It's going to put Jatt in some really tough decisions. It's going to put Santorin, Armeo, all these guys, the pressure's going to be on. And it sucks that, yeah, their whole season is on the line. I mean, this was a Team Liquid, ton of money spent. They went and got Alfari. They went and got Santorin. This is a team that's supposed to win titles, supposed to go to MSI, supposed to do well, supposed to go to Worlds, supposed to do well. And now their whole spring split could potentially be riding on a backup jungler. You know, it's crazy, and that's how things go. I mean, that's how all sports and competitions and everything. Like, yeah, there's always unfortunate injuries, unfortunate illnesses, sicknesses, things come up. You really have to have an entire deep roster. You need to have people ready to go. And then for Armeo, this is another opportunity to prove himself on a big stage. Armeo is potentially playing for a job here. If he comes out and has a great series for Team Liquid, he could potentially maybe find himself onto a roster for the summer split, and that could be very, very exciting. But if he goes out here and lays an egg on a big stage with a bunch of eyeballs watching, he might be stuck in the academy scene for a little bit longer, which could be pretty unfortunate. Also, when I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure that Team Liquid Academy was one of the kind of weaker academy teams. I couldn't really tell you how well Armeo has been doing in academy. I haven't really watched much of the academy games. I've watched a little bit of Proving Grounds here and there, but I know that Team Liquid, I'm pretty sure, is one of the weaker teams, so that might lead me to believe, or at least question, just how well Armeo has been doing in academy and in some of those amateur games and everything. But yeah, I don't know. We're gonna see. It's gonna be crazy. This is gonna be interesting. Like I said, this is breaking just coming out. I mean, these are all my thoughts and everything coming right off the top of my head. Obviously, we'll hear more about this tomorrow as we kind of get the build up into the TSM Team Liquid series. Once Santorin wakes up in the morning tomorrow, hopefully Team Liquid or him tweet out something or put out some kind of press release or whatever, at least giving us an update of if Santorin's going to be potentially ready to go or not ready to go at all. I don't know. I'm going to be watching out for it. I'll be tweeting about it. I think I'm going to be going live on Twitch for the games and everything. So we'll be talking about everything as it happens. But right now, some answers, but a lot more questions about this whole Santorin and Team Liquid series. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Does this change the series for you? Do you think Team Liquid can still win even with Armeo in the jungle, or do you think TSM has a big advantage now? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!